Welcome to the Prehocracy Show, the show before the show that you watch after the show.
And by the show, we mean the Adhocracy Show, your weekly place for advertising, marketing, art, and design.
Damn. Yeah,
Man,
absolutely.
We totally nailed that opening.
We nailed that. We need to put that in the annals of Adhocracy history.
It's never going to happen that good again.
Probably not. Maybe, hopefully it'll get better.
I hope so.
We can get better from there.
We peaked at like, what's this, episode
24?
Yeah, so there it goes.
24, well.
24 was our best episode.
We've hit our golden age here. Well, yeah, go over to the Adhocracy Show. If you haven't already watched it, you're probably watching this after the show. That's why it's the show before the show that you watch after the show.
And you got to see our
soapbox. So in case you didn't see that and you're watching this one first, go over there and we actually talk about our soapboxes. We're going to get up on our soapboxes and be just ruthless about the things that are just making us just mad.
Yeah. We have some angst that needs to get out.
I get really angry. I'm an angry kind of person.
A lot of people can't like picture me angry because I'm like a really quiet type person. And then, like, when I go off on something, I get, like, really mad, which you're going to see or have seen, then it's kind of funny. And it's, like, a whole different side of me.
I am made fun of because I don't have a yell voice. I had a high school choir teacher who always made fun of me. He would try to get people in trouble with me so that he could hear my yell voice. I don't get angry. I get perturbed, I get frustrated, but I don't, like, yell, I don't...
My daughter, I don't remember which one of them that I have, she would always laugh when I would go off on a rant. Because I do rants all the time where, like, I'll just all of a sudden just go off on something. And she just thought it was the funniest thing, which my wife wasn't a huge fan of because then I would just go rant all the time and just be, like, constantly saying this, like, this is just so annoying. And she would just think it was the funniest thing. And my wife was like, why are you encouraging him?
I also get in trouble because my wife can get feisty and get mad. And she's beautiful when she's mad. She gets so cute. And so it makes me laugh and it makes her madder, which makes me laugh and smile.
Like the cycle
it's a bad spiral. Well, but before we go and get all negative and judgy, let's get some positivity out here. Here in the Prehocracy Show, we're answering the scientific love questions. These are the 36 questions that are scientifically proven to have you, the viewer, falling in love with us, the presenter. At the end of this, we're going to stare into each other's eyes for 2 minutes. Ooh, are you excited for that? You better be excited for that. Today's topic is very positive. We're going to alternate sharing something you consider a positive characteristic about your partner being here. So, David Landeen, tell me.
Let's build each other's egos up.
Let's just build the ego here. Tell me, what do I do right?
I'm going to let the audience know something. JD, if you haven't noticed from all of our graphics and such, is a very, very talented designer, artist. Like, I am quite envious of his, there's some natural talent in there, but it's also a lot of hard work. Like, he went to design school, he, like, went to art school? Yeah, and so, like, there was obviously a lot of hard work put in there, but the hard work, I look at the stuff he does, and hard work is paying off because I'll get a graphic from him, I'll get something from him, I'm just like, oh my word, like, this is so brilliant, this is amazing. So JD is a very, very talented designer / artist, and you will see more of that in the future as we go more into design and art, and we'll have him draw some things maybe on the show.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. That was very kind.
Now talk about me.
Okay. And maybe I'll go and talk about you in reverse, and then do another one as a response. Okay,
and then
because I also have to say, at least in this same vein, David does a lot of work for this show. He does all of the work for this show. I make the graphics. I do little things here. I do some of the social media stuff. He does Twitter. But he cuts a lot of the video. He does a lot of stuff, and he does a fantastic job at it. in all the stuff that we work together, there's a lot of work that comes to video editing. There's a lot of steps. There's a lot of things to take care of and make sure that it's like timed right. And I mean, there's a lot to juggle within this kind of stuff. And David Landeen, you are fantastic at it.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much for all the hard work. I really appreciate it. And then to go to the second item that is also equally related, David Landeen is very creative. He has a very creative mind. He is not just, he doesn't want just the idea to be like, okay, here's the first idea to come out. He will write scripts. He will rewrite scripts. He will play with it. Many times when we're talking, there's just that ideas that he loves to really get to the crux of that idea and find something that's not just creative, but creative and right. So I will say that also about David Landeen.
Thank you.
Yes,
I appreciate that. JD is one of the most friendly people you will ever meet in your entire life.
Don't believe it.
At the place where we work, when we're not doing this, our full-time jobs, there is not a person you will meet that does not like this guy. I mean, there is always somebody at his desk, asking him for ideas or talking to him. I mean, he is like the social butterfly, and at the same time, like, is able to get all of his work done. And, but it's just like, JD, everybody likes JD, and that's a rare thing to see. Where and it started from the beginning. I remember like the first day you came in, and it was just like immediately just click. All right, perfect. He just fits right in with everything. How does that work? Oh my word, that's amazing. So, as friendly as they come. So there's good job on being friendly.
I do what I can.
Totally just spit on the table.
That's just fine. That's fine.
JD also never spits on the table. It's just such a... No.
That's not true. I swear I probably have a time or two. Well, thank you.
Okay, let's see. Next one. This is number 3.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm. 1, 2. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. Yes.
Okay. Let's see. I would say another positive characteristic is JD, like, he has never once, like, said anything negative about his family. Like, I don't hear him say anything negative. I mean, he'll talk about quirks, but it's never, I mean, I know children, like, they're crazy, but, like, I mean, his daughter, like, it is just... He just gushes about how amazing she is. I mean, she'll be teething, keep him up all night, and she's like, yeah, that was crazy, but she's just so amazing. Just, he loves his family like nobody. I mean, I hope everybody loves their family, but you don't ever hear him talk about anything but positive things when it comes to his family.
All right.
So I like that.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
To also hit upon the family thing.
Oh, wow.
David Landeen is a very great father and husband. I'm envious of your relationship of you and your family. For those who don't know, and I hope it's okay that I share this, mm-hmm. You have a daughter who's Down syndrome.
Yeah, she has Down syndrome.
She's adorable. She's the cutest little girl. And it's not. I can't imagine it. I mean, I know it's kind of the status quo for you, but I mean, there's some extra work that goes on there. It's have a second daughter who is growing up, and you're now seeing like the steps of what that looks like.
A typical child, as I guess typical.
And as you can tell, as I'm talking about this, David Landeen is just so. This is just the way it is. Like for some people, it would be really, really hard, and they really struggle. David Landeen is just, this is how it is. This is how we're going about it. We've had some discussions about it, and it's great to just that's fantastic. I really appreciate, and I'm trying to think of the right word. I think that's great about you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Another thing about David Landeen is very committed. He really commits himself to the things that he loves and does. Family, this show, like when we started joking about it, he accelerated the timeline. I mean, he was the one that really was like, okay, let's do this now. Let's do And I really appreciate that, because I'm the kind of dreamer that goes, okay, yeah, I'd love, I want to think it out, and maybe I think things out maybe a little too much. You were like, okay, let's just jump in, and I'm glad that we did, because this is just
we could have been planning forever.
Yes, we really could have. And in my case, I really, in a lot of ways, I do that a lot. I do a lot of planning. Another aspect that we've sort of mentioned but really haven't talked too much about is your running. I am not a runner. And I spent a whole year like running and getting into it. There was some stuff that I loved, 5Ks and like social running, like being around people and stuff like that. But man, it does not, like, I just can't fall in love with it. I'm having a hard time falling in love with it. Right before the show, like, David's like, oh yeah, I ran 26.5 miles, like, just right off the cuff. That's impressive.
It was
like
20, but yeah.
There are people that I know and people that you see on Facebook that are like, they're sort of the annoying runners that are like, they're showing you like how wholesome their life is. David is just a runner. He runs. And that's just the way it is, and it's no fanfare. It's like there's actually a place up in his house that has just medals just hanging, and it's like a coat rack in the back corner. It's not like in a prominent place. So I admire your commitment to things.
All right. Well, thank you for that.
Absolutely.
All right. So JD, this is kind of, I mean. So JD has, he understands good taste. Like, oh wait, no, that was, okay, well, I'll do it. I have another one, but that'll be the next one. So JD, like, his style, like, his desk at work is just so interesting. And it's one of those things where he finds, like interesting things in what other people would find as, like, trinkety or boring, or it's like, and the way he looks at it and the way he views it, the way like he'll find like the detail about it, like, this is why it's so cool. And I'm like, that is so cool. Like, I didn't see that before. You know, he'll like pull something, he'll like bring up some packaging and it's like a box, like just like every other box I've ever seen. He'd be like, but wait, check this out. And he'll like, that's my favorite box now. Like, there's no better box in the world besides that box. And he does this all the time when we we just call it show and tell at work, but like he'll bring something in and he's like, I don't get it. And then he'll explain it to you and just like, whoa, also everything changes. So I think that is a gift that I feel like is rare in the world to be able to see the beauty in the norm, or in the, what's the word? Mundane, I guess. All right.
Wow. Thank you.
Last one. This is number 5.
Okay.
I definitely admire. I don't know if it got cut out of another episode, but I think you mentioned it. But you and your wife have a business,
right,
that you run, and it's a successful business. Like, it makes money, which, like, for me, is like almost the equivalent of like magic, you know, like, but I know that's done through a lot of hard work, a lot of late nights. I mean, definitely something that could probably take a toll on a family, but you guys have both worked together and you know, made this goal, and now you run a successful business. And that is such a cool thing. And also, I mean, when I was, you know, doing this, I'm kind of going, Shanae, I don't know how to run a business. Like, I have no idea. Like, I don't know anything about business. And like, JD's wife runs a business. They have their own business. He can help you out with that. That's right. Okay, that's good. Like, he has experience. He knows how to do this. I'm probably a little bit different than a flower business, but I definitely, I think that is a very positive attribute that, I mean, you guys made a goal, you committed, you worked hard, and now you're starting to see like the benefits of that hard work pay off, and that's really cool that you stuck with that.
Oh, well, thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, that definitely late nights, a lot of hard work. But yeah, well, thank you. All right, the final one, David Landeen. There is nothing mediocre about David Landeen. I cannot say there is anything that is not worked upon and edited and thought about and committed to. I mean, this is kind of stringing all of them together, right?
Yeah, no, it's fine. You can keep going.
But I mean, every little thing, like if there's a little mistake, David Landeen wants that fixed. He I wouldn't necessarily call it perfectionism, because it doesn't hinder the things that you do. Okay. But you're always striving. David Landeen is always striving to be better. He's always striving to do something a little bit more, extend himself, go past what might just be the norm. So I really admire that about you.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that. I mean, color correcting this episode is going to be interesting because I feel like our faces are going to get like bright red and then go back to normal and then bright red again. So we'll have to see how that goes.
Just edit it so that doesn't happen. Yeah. Like we look like totally normal. Just like,
Maybe we'll have to do like black and white episodes, black and white Prehocracy. All right. Well, I think we should do this like every single time. I feel great about myself right now.
Really good. I'm feeling like I can take the world.
The more I do this, the more I feel like we're a good team.
I know, right?
This is gonna be awesome.
Now, how did you feel about that?
Yeah.
Was that wonderful for you?
And also, let me just point out that you should share compliments with other people. Like, that felt really good.
Yeah.
You should just go around and tell people how great they are. I think the world would be such a better place. We'd all have very inflated egos, but then you would just, use that ego and somebody would tell you, you're really good at telling nice things about people. And then you'd go and say something nice about somebody and then... But yeah, go do that.
Yeah, go do that.
Go do that today. Say something nice to somebody.
Absolutely. Now let's get into the episode where we say things that are not so positive.
This was as positive as it gets, and now we're gonna get complaining in the episode.
Now we're gonna complain. This is all about our soapbox.
All right. Should we get this going?
Yeah, I think you're starting, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome to the Try it again. Welcome to the Adhocracy Show, the show for people who like a good rant.
Ooh. We'll be right.
Whoever's talking, they get the soapbox, and they have 1 minute to pull up a timer, and we're gonna do 1 minute to get it off your chest, and then that's it. You're done.